Well, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. Didn't think I was going to do this one. Didn't think I was going to do this live stream. Didn't think I was going to buy this airplane. But I don't know. I've been at the office HQ all day doing stuff around the channel, doing some other things, trying other airplanes out, trying to get some videos done. And then the FS Reborn had to drop, and I saw some people flying it in the Discord, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it. And then I was in career mode, seeing what old career mode had up its sleeve, because we haven't flown career mode in forever. And I noticed you could purchase the Phenom 300E in career mode, and I said, dadgummit, I just bought the Avanti in career mode. Why not spend another $8.5 million and basically bankrupt Barry Seal Logistics? Actually, no, this is Barry Seal Charter tonight. So we are running razor-thin margins. This is kind of like, the spiritual wangs of career mode charter. We have very thin margins. We cannot afford to ball this airplane up or damage it, because if we do, we don't have any money to fix it. We still have S-tier reputation, which is good. So I did all my control bindings, at least what I thought I did, and that's it. I tried to do the takeoff for the thumbnail. My yoke wasn't connected, so I used the trim wheel. I have not flown the airplane one time yet. I've heard a lot of good things about FS Reborn. I love the Phenom 300 in terms of looks. Not, you know, the 300E is not, it's not my favorite bizjet of all time just because I'm not a huge Garmin G3000 fan. But this one seems to be, at least what I've been told, a little bit different, and could possibly one of the most complex simulations we have here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So we're going to fly it right now. We're not going to get into the FBO building and all that stuff. I know that comes with a bunch of add-ons and stuff. I'm actually flying this in career mode right now. So if you want to fly the airplane in career mode, then you're going to know what I'm talking about. We can't really do a lot of the third-party stuff in career mode, but yes, you can build FBOs and do all that stuff. Not necessarily, I think it's kind of cool to have that, but I mean, that's not, I'm not super excited about, you know, building FBOs and stuff, but I think that's cool. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that's not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is flying an advanced third-party aircraft in career mode. So could this be our first one? The last career mode stream we did was the Coronado Beech 390A, and that airplane is pretty mid. It's Coronado. So this could be, if this pans out and works out the way I think it could work out, this could be pretty epic and might bring career mode back into the mix of things. So here we go. Let's fire it up. AJ, thank you for the $3 super chat, spending the last of the COVID PPP loan money. My goodness. Yes, indeed. You love this paint? Hey, it's Todd. This is my least favorite paint job of all the Phenom 300 liveries they got. They got some great liveries of default, but we are limited to what we have with career mode, right? So we're limited. So you'll see everything's you know, blue on the jet here. I apologize for the airport scenery. I thought I had an Oakland installed. I don't have Oakland installed. I don't know why, but we are rocking Beyond ATC. So I'm going to try to use Beyond ATC, career mode, and an advanced Learjet. Are we finally there with Epic Career Mode Mission Night? So the little blue things here, that's just part of career mode. If you're on career mode, you're familiar with that. So let's go ahead and do our pre-flight. Let's walk around, take a look at the jet, and hopefully, this is one thing I've always wondered. Does it pop you in all the way, or does it let us stay outside? Oh, it lets us stay outside. Beautiful. All right. One thing I have noticed, just sitting here waiting for the stream to go live, impeccable modeling. Very good modeling and detailing on the Phenom 300E. I mean, the tiniest details are there. I mean, even in the strobe light, look at the little LEDs inside the strobe light. It appears FS Reborn has done a great job with the modeling of the aircraft itself, and the texturing looks pretty dang good as well. Now I think we can actually open up all these panels too, open up the doors, get ready for loading. Now we'll remove chocks here in a little bit. There's the cargo compartment. Hey, we'll come around the back side here. Phoenix Galaxy, what's up, my man? Stopping in to drop a like. I'll catch the replay. My man, welcome on board. One thing I don't love about Phenoms, and this is another thing for me personally, is why I'm not a huge Phenom fan. To me, jet aircraft should have thrust reversers or thrust attenuators. I just think it's super lame to land and not activate reverse thrust. That's just me personally. That's part of me being a kid. You know, I always thought reverse thrust was super cool. It makes a lot of noise and all that stuff. So when you land a jet without any reversers or even thrust attenuators, oh, it's kind of like, meh, you know? But that's not to take away from this product. It's just my personal preference. I wish if the Phenom 300 had thrust reversers, how cool would that be? But anyway, all right. I really don't love the blue ailerons and stuff on this livery, but we are limited again with career mode that make us have certain liveries. I wish you could be able to repaint your airplane in career mode. That would be the coolest thing. It's nice detail on the pitot tube here. You can see how it's been getting hot. Get that little discoloration on there. That's pretty cool. We'll open up the nose cargo, and I think we are ready. So let's go ahead and hop in the jet. Let's get her loaded up here. So we're going to let's power it up. So we're not going to exit. We got to get her powered up, and then I'm trying to think if career mode is going to mess up the because it's got a board aircraft. I got to remove the chocks. We'll do that here in a second. Let's go to ground operations. And let's pull chocks. Let's pull the landing gear pin. That's a big one. Oh, can we put out the red carpet? GPU Rightmost soft key. All right, electrical. Ice protection. Hold on one second. I was trying to see. I think if it's just connected, we're automatically. It's automatically connected. We are discharging though. No FMS position. All right, let's go outside. I think we have to close the doors to load the aircraft for career mode. I'm just curious. Oh, there we go. Press to request boarding. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to hold it there. We're going to hold it there. Between the gen switches, avail. There it is. Thank you, man. I know I was looking. All right, so now we're on ground power. Let's get our flight plan loaded up. Very cool. Not much of red carpet, but hey, it'll work. We're going to have it on. Look at the reflection. That's pretty cool right there. All right, let's do a magic barrel ref way. Magic barrel ref. Let's spin our altitude up.
Pause system test. Okay.
Now I'm going to get our clearance here. I've got Jeff Fabiano flying with us this afternoon. 21-0 over here. Request IFR clearance for us, Jeff.
Oakland clearance, November 357, Bravo Sierra. Ramp Echo 0. Ready to copy IFR clearance to Telluride Regional with information Echo.
November 357, Bravo Sierra. Oakland clearance, cleared to Telluride Regional Airport. Radar vectors Syrah, then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Expect flight level tree 90, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 1, tree 5.1. Squawk.
Why are they yelling?
2336.
Cleared to Telluride Regional Airport. Radar vectors Syrah, then as filed. Maintain for 1,000 feet. Expect flight level 390, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.1. Squawk 2336, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
November 357, Bravo Sierra. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.75 when ready for push or start.
Ground 121.75 when ready. November 357, Bravo Sierra. Take care.
All right, so there is going to be some discrepancies between our filed flight plan and the en route. Is there an easy way to delete these? Remove waypoint, yes. Remove, yes. Just give me 1 second here. So this is cool. Remove kook, yep. They do seem to be angry at each other. So this is what I should have done. I should have done this before when we were waiting. So I'm trying to find the perfect balance between career mode and being able to use SimBrief and all the actual flight planning software. And this is good testing of the FS Reborn's FMS box right here. So I'm going to quickly load in the flight plan that I do have filed. We're going out to Syrah, Sierra Yankee Romeo Alpha Hotel. Enter. All right. After Syrah, it's Quebec 128. How do we enter airways? So off of Syrah, we load airway. Look at this. Very cool. Quebec 128 to Jessica. All right. Load airway. So far, we're 10 for 10. FS Reborn. All right. We got the airway out to Jessica. Direct MILF. Mike Lima Foxtrot. Also known as... Just kidding. All right, never mind. Which one is it? U.S.? Yeah, not Chihuahua. Ooh, yeah, not the airport. That one. Milford. And then from there, we're going to add one more waypoint. Keating, I believe. Is Keating Echo Tango Lima? Oh, no. Cones, sorry. Cones, and then that'll be going right into Telluride. We're planning on runway 9. Excellent. We'll deal with the Turk's mom with water. It's funny. I was going to say water. I was going to say your mother. Discrepancies. No. What's up, Thrussett? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. All right. So that flight plan is in there. That's very cool. All right, cool. Let's go back to the home page. Let's go to map settings. We'll turn actually north up. You know what? I'll turn traffic on. That's fine. Let's go back to home. Let's go over here. Flight plan, voice data, reset, accept initialization. Confirm the initialization pod should be exited. Hold on, cancel. Let's see. So flight plan, voice data recorder. Next. TAWS. I have to wait for that.
TAWS system test. Okay.
TAWS system test. Okay. 3 greens, my man. Thank you for. Here's my 0.009% stake in your $8.5 million venture.
Traffic.
I expect
System
10 amp
test
fuse I
passed.
own. The jet will open many business opportunities in the future. 3 greens. Thank you for the 8 Aussie, man. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, this is going to be. I don't know why. I've got a bad feeling about this flight. I don't know why. I just have that feeling. Set data. That looks good. We're going to do maximum climb. Set data. ATR on. Beautiful. Auto thrust reserve. That's fine. We'll go ahead and. Yep. Next. All right. I believe the initialization is going to be complete. Mode, FMS or manual mode. Landing elevation, 9,000 feet. That checks, 9,000. Current loading, outside display area. I'm going to hold it there. Let's see what happens when I request boarding from the thingy.
Boarding on your signal.
All right. Boarding signal begin.
Ground service. This is flight BSC 4810 parking 0. Please begin passenger boarding.
You know, I haven't done career mode in forever. Look at that. We got the red carpet, the GPU connected. Fancy. All right. Oh, they close all the doors for us?
Greetings, Captain of tank.
What'd they say? Okay. All right. Aircraft loading. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and I guess we'll load it ourselves. 205 pounds. Co-pilot, 180 pounds. How many passengers we have back there? I only have one guy. Oh, chat, I went and took the liberty of buying the premium white leather interior. There's some cool other interiors, but you know, for Barry Seal charter, why not the white leather? All right, so we got the white leather ready to rock and roll. So we only have one passenger back there, so let's go. He's sitting way in the back too, so he's going to be passenger 7. He looks to be about 210
November 5
pounds.
for 3. Romeo Juliet, taxi to ramp 110 via Whiskey 6.
So that's done. Forward baggage, take 50 pounds up there. Crew bags, let's say we have 75 pounds between the two of us. Aft baggage, dude's probably got 75 pounds of luggage. Catering, we do have 50 pounds of catering on board. I do have my lunch on board as well. My flight kit back in the day used to weigh 87 pounds. That's locked and loaded. Toilet fluid. How many pounds of toilet fluid do we have on board? 80? All right. The toilet. 0 pounds in the toilet. Hopefully, let's leave that at 0. Nobody's used it. Oh, I could import from MSFS. Let's import from MSFS. Okay, cool. Works for me. Fuel. Fuel on board sink. Taxi fuel. Let's go ahead and use... how much taxi fuel are we going to use in this thing? I don't even know. 100 pounds? 100 pounds taxi fuel, free reserve, 0 time. No, we don't hold a Barry Seal charter. That looks good. Next, 30 takeoff weight. All right, here we go. V1, VR, V2, VFS. That's it. 85 knots. Oh, you have to wait a second. Really? All on. 85 knots? That's it? I'll tell you what, let's do 115. Make myself feel a little bit better here. 115, 115, V2, 125, VFS, we'll call it 125 as well. Oh, you have to go back and do it for your takeoff data? Oh, alright. Well, I thought it would do it automatically. That's fine, that's fine. We can come back and do landing data later. Alright, done. Engine settings. Set data.
All aircraft be advised, information Foxtrot now current. Altimeter 299er7.
Magic Barrel Ref is done. You have to go to the takeoff data page. Alright, we're all done. So, takeoff data page. This is the takeoff data page. Those are my speeds that I put in there. Alright. Accept initialization? Sure, it's close enough for me. All right, flight plan up on here. Radio's up top. I mean, I guess we'll put... We got charts over here? You need to sign in? Oh, I'll sign in to Navigraph charts. Give me a second. Approve. No available charts. Departure. Chart options. Navigraph. I don't have any available charts. Okay. Checklist. I don't need checklist. This airplane is takeoff data. Alright, we'll leave it to flight plan. That's fine. Screw it. Oh, it could... You're absolutely right. It could be career mode weirdness. You're absolutely right. It could be career mode weirdness. Okay. I'm good with it, though. We're loaded up. We got a GPU out there. Let's go ahead and pull the magic carpet in so we don't have that. See, it didn't seem to take any load from here, which is... I'm slightly concerned. Well, it won't import our Simbri flight plan? We'll do it our own way. (10.9) right here. Beautiful. Ooh, can we make that night mode? Yes, we can. All right, we're going to runway 30. We'll start up. We'll do all that stuff. We are ready for start. Let's call them, Jeff, and we'll get ready to start them up.
357, Bravo Sierra, ramp Echo 0, request startup.
November 357. Bravo Sierra, engine start approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Wilco, engine start approved, November 357, Bravo
All right.
Sierra.
Engine start approved. Where are my light switches? There we go. Oh, nav lights coming on. Oh, arm the emergency exit lights. Cabin control, we'll give it to passenger control and brighten up the cockpit a little bit. Is there no anti-collision light? Where's the anti-collision light? Is it down here by the... It's not down there. Trim. Ice protection, heating, pusher, signs. On for engine start. Auto. Is there no beacon light? There's a beacon up there. Is it maybe it is the strobe light. Maybe that's all they got. Yeah, it's the strobe light. It counts. Strobe light counts. All right. Let's go ahead and fire it up.
November 5 for 3. Romeo Juliet.
Be quiet. Mute the radio. Let's do engine start. Ignition's in auto. Number 1. Turn in 1. Gen 1 auto, turn you off. We'll put you back into auto. ADC probes auto. Windshield 1, 2. Those are coming on. I need to get rid of this. This is going to bother me here. There we go. Gen overload. Oh, really? Okay. That's normal. I'll turn that all off. Look at that. Generator overload. That's cool. All right, let's disconnect the GPU. GPU has been removed. Now, this is cool. I did notice this. So, this airplane is so modern. It's designed for, like, PPLs to fly it. You don't have to do anything. When you start the second engine, it will auto-modulate the idle N1 to start the second engine. So I'm not going to touch any of my controls Where's my control cam? There's one. I'm not going to touch any of my controls. Watch it auto spool the second engine. It's pretty cool. Look at that. In my opinion, that's super boring, but extremely cool that it's simulated. Look at the N1 come back down, modulated idle back down to 24%, 25%. Very cool. All right, we got 2 good starts. We'll leave those in auto. Now we should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and reset. I feel like there's one thing I've noticed. I have to zoom in to get a crisp reading of the of some of the, what's it called? The lighting, the background lighting. All right, we'll get the windshield heats on, auto probes, the auto hydraulic SOVs are coming open. That's auto crossfeed can stay off. That is, ELT is armed, right? That's test, reset, armed. Signs are on, ice protection can stay off. Bleeds, let's go ahead and configure the bleed panel. Let's go auto. Fan low, ECS, both. Auto. We got a bleed 2 off. I wonder if that's a normal. Bleed 2 is off on that. That's all right. We're going to go ahead and deploy flaps for takeoff. Pitch trim. Run you forward here. Green. Alright, initial altitude is up to 5,000 feet, and I can't bind the Toga button for some reason. I can't click it to get my Toga flight directors on. I think that's a binding I need from somewhere. Alright, let's go ahead and call for taxi.
Oakland clearance delivery. November 4 tree 9er tree 2. Ready to copy IFR clearance to Kilo Tango.
Alright, flight controls are free and correct.
Tree 2 is cleared to Kilo Tango Echo X-ray Airport via the Navy 6 departure, runway tree 0. Climb via SID maintain flight level 250. Departure frequency is 127.
There we go.
Squawk tree 47. Cleared to Kilo
How do I zoom in?
X-ray. Feedback is provided. The Navy 6 departure on runway tree 0. Climb via SID maintain flight level 250. Departure frequency is 127.0. Squawk tree 47. November 4 tree 9er tree 2.
Leaving for vacation with his relatives. Well, it's about time. Provide him with the finest service. I know I can count on you. Have a nice trip.
Oakland ground. November 4 tree 9er tree 2 with Sierra ready to taxi. IFR.
November 4, tree 9er tree 2. Taxi to and hold short of runway tree 0 using taxiway Sierra Tango uniform whiskey. Contact tower on 127.2 when ready.
Oh, what? No, I screwed it up.
Taxiing, hold short runway tree 0 via taxiway Sierra Tango, uniform whiskey 1, 9er tree
So
2.
what we're going to do is once we get airborne, I'm actually going to cancel talking to these people here. We're going to use Beyond ATC for our radios.
Request taxi.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, runway tree 0 taxi. Via Sierra, Tango, uniform, whiskey.
All right, Sierra Tango.
All right, we'll
uniform
taxi
whiskey.
to runway 30 via Sierra Tango Uniform Whiskey, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Park brake release. Let's go. Let's welcome aboard. Bill's Mafia, yeah, once we, I thought I had it filed VFR.
BSC 4810 with service from Oakland
The trick is to go VFR with career mode and then just not talk to ATC and use beyond ATC.
And to make sure your seats and table trays
That's the
are in
trick.
upright
But we
position
gotta
for
cancel
takeoff.
IFR
Please
first.
switch all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones.
Ryan Janice, thank you for the $5 super chat. Full-time streamer. Cheers, everyone. Loved the long haul last night. Dude, what's up, man? Nah, I wish, brother. I wish I was full-time streamer. Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, last night was so much fun. Last night was so much fun, dude. So much fun. Alright, so we're going to kind of basically move around the ramp, and then we're going to make a left on what would be Tango up here. Man, the sun is setting already. I don't know why it's going to set so soon on me. That is cool that we have the position there, right there. I'm going to bring the flight plan up here, open 4.0, and direct to Mansky. I'm going to see if I can cancel IFR. Yep, here we go. Beautiful. We'll cancel IFR with in-game ATC.
Cancel IFR at this time.
Beautiful. We no longer have to talk to them. Traffic inset off. Question is, why do we have a blue tube light? It's just an advisory. Uniform here, and then we'll go full length.
SkyWest 4075, gate 15. Request pushback and engine start.
SkyWest 4075.
Oh, that's
Oakland
normal.
ground.
Okay, thank you,
Hold
TIR.
position for
Appreciate
company
you.
traffic. I'll call you back.
Hold
Appreciate
position
you.
for traffic, SkyWest 4075.
It's 5,000 on the initial aptitude, right? 5,000 is set. Squawk code. Oh.
SkyWest 4075. Oakland ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, SkyWest 4075.
I think he auto squawked us. Left turn
Southwest
on whiskey.
1703. Taxi to ramp tree 8 via Whiskey 6. Whiskey, Victor,
Turk,
Bravo.
dude, I thought I
Sierra,
had
Tango.
an Oakland installed. I
Taxi to
don't know
ramp
what
tree 8
happened.
via Whiskey 6, Whiskey Victor Bravo Sierra Tango Southwest 1703.
300 on the runway heading. We should probably take a look at the Oakland 6 departure. Just a vector. So we're just going to follow ATC instructions on the vector out. Cool. Now, I don't know why. It's driving me nuts. So I should be able to get TOTO up here. And you would do that by pressing the takeoff config right there, or the binding, which I thought I had down. Maybe it's this one. Ah, different binding. Got it. Beautiful. That's what you want. TOTO. And then we'll go flight level change or VNAV, or however we want to do it after we get airborne. A key 6, my man. Dude, I have an Oakland, dude. I thought it was installed. I don't know why it's not installed. Maybe after some update 5.
November 357. Bravo Sierra. Contact Oakland Tower. 127.2. Good day.
Contact Tower 127.2, November 357 Bravo Sierra.
Yep, beyond ATC. I'm trying to find a
SkyWest
perfect
4075,
mixture
taxi for
between
departure.
beyond ATC and career mode with the third
SkyWest
party airplane.
4075.
This could
Runway
be it.
tree 0 taxi via Tango. Uniform.
Alright, tower's up. I'll call them for you, Jeff, don't worry. Oakland Tower, November 357 Bravo Sierra, hold short runway 30, ready for departure.
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Hold short of runway tree 0. Arriving traffic.
Alright.
Hold short of runway 30 November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Who's landing right now? I don't see anybody landing to you. I'm gonna request takeoff through this in-game ATC. Maybe not. We'll see. What are we waiting for, man? I don't see anybody out there. So I got in trouble for watching viewing at work? Oh no. Dude. Hopefully not too bad, man. I did, my man. I did get the pics. They were sweet, brother. Sorry I never respond. I'm a terrible human. So I need to figure out how to make the career mode loads work with these loads here. This makes me a wee bit nervous. Why do I have a green light here?
November 357, Bravo Sierra, runway 30, line up and wait.
Runway 30, line up and wait. November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Southwest 2055, exit right at Whiskey 6.
Exit right at Whiskey 6, Southwest 2055.
30, ready for departure. Departure to the north. November 4, tree 9er, tree 2. Altimeter 9er. 9er 7 departure. North approach. Clear for takeoff runway 30.
Then we no longer have to talk to these people anymore.
Ready for departure. Runway
I did not intend for this to be a nightfall. Aviation dude, what's up, brother? I told you I was. What?
Number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 30.
Holding short of runway 30.
I did everything right.
First Officer Schultz speaking. Estimated flight time to Telluride is 88 minutes. We remind you to keep your seatbelt fastened. Thank you for your attention, and let's have a great
Aviation
flight.
do this for $10 super chat. Congrats on passing your check ride today, my man.
Bravo Sierra, Oakland Tower. Wind tree for 0 at 8. Gust 18. Fly heading tree 00. Runway tree 0. Cleared for takeoff.
All right, we're ready.
Fly heading 300, runway 30, cleared for takeoff. November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Let's do it. Who's ready to rock and roll? Spool them up. My first ever takeoff in the jet here. I think we just go, probably should have checked. Let's just go max. Screw it. Here we go. Yoga. That's Toga thrust right there. Wow.
Skywest 4075, runway 30, line up and wait.
Whoa, there's a stiff crosswind.
Rotate.
Jeez.
Salinas Airport.
Okay.
9er 3.
That was interesting.
My airspace. Frequency change. 9er 32. 18.
Jeez.
High speed, high speed, high speed, high speed, high speed, high speed.
The flaps.
Salinas Airport Information Hotel.
Skywest 4075,
She
Oakland
is
Tower,
sensy.
0 at 8, Gust 18, runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Sky condition.
Runway 30, cleared for takeoff. Skywest 4075.
2.0. Altimeter 29er.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, reset transponder. Squawk 2, tree 36.
VFR aircraft.
2336 in the box, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have hotel. Salinas Airport Information Hotel. 2100.
What is going
Wind
on?
277 at 1.
We're going to switch that radio out, that's for sure. That was very interesting. Yeah,
Salinas
we
Airport
exceeded that.
Information Hotel.
What?
21000.
Stop it. Alright. Well, we're going to screw S tier up on that. Very interesting rotation, though. My goodness. Not what I wanted to see on rotation there. Very sensy.
Salinas Airport Information Hotel.
What?
2100 Zulu. Wind 277 at 1.
Stop tuning Salinas, please. Alright, we're going to continue climb. Set
Salinas
10,000.
Airport Information Hotel. 2100 Zulu. Wind 277 at 1 tree.
What is going on there? I have to tell you, right? That's where we're going.
Salinas Airport Information Hotel. 2100 Zulu. Wind 277 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature.
Am I going crazy?
2.0. Altimeter 2992.
Why can't I escape the
ILS
ATIS
runway
here?
tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway 26. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have hotel.
Direct to Navin.
Salinas
that's
Airport
heading.
Information Hotel. 2100 Zulu.
Why
Wind
is the ATIS
277 at 1 tree.
continuing to play?
10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27. Dew point 0. Altimeter 2992. ILS runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway 26. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Am I going
Advise
crazy?
controller on initial contact
I'm gonna
you
have to mute the
hotel.
freaking audio.
Salinas Airport Information Hotel. 2100 Zulu. Wind 277 at 1 tree. Visibility 10.
There's 10,000. Inspection
Salinas
lights.
Airport Information Hotel.
Are you serious?
2100 Zulu. Wind 277 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 27. Dew point 0. Altimeter 2.
To Oakland Center. 1947. It keeps.
Salinas Airport
It
Information
doesn't matter
Hotel.
what frequency I'm on.
2100 Zulu. Wind 277 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky
Oh,
condition
come on.
clear. Temperature 27. Dew point 0.
Is it the
Altimeter
SOTCOM 2, is it?
2992. ILS
No.
runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing
It's not
runway
COM 2.
26. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Open mission steps, see if hitting enter. No, it's I tried that. Let's see. I press enter, there's nothing to acknowledge handoff on the radio. There's nothing there. We gotta make sure we don't get any more violations here. Hold on. Maybe we'll just get out of range of Salinas.
United 8178, heavy contact Oakland Center 126.85.
Contact Oakland Center 126.85, United 8178 Heavy.
Oakland Center, November 357 Bravo Sierra, 1515,000.
Where's our transponder?
November 5277 Whiskey. Contact Oakland Center 126.85. Good day.
Contact Oakland Center 126.85, November 5277 Whiskey.
November 357 Bravo Sierra Oakland Center. Radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 390.
Climb and maintain flight level 390, November 357 Bravo Sierra.
Come on, baby. 390. 390. 225 is a little bit slow in the climb speed, but Max seems to want 225. All right, climb thrust is set. We're at 18. Standard is set. Why does it want to be, oh, FMS speed? Let's go manual. Let's bump that up now that we just bled off all that altitude or that energy. Comps can get bucked with these mission steps in career mode. It's frustrating. I've never had that bug, dude. I've never had that one where it actually just kept playing the ATIS over and over and over again. That was super distracting. Nothing like completely destroying the whole departure sequence here. But I have questions about that flight model. I have questions. Let's do 200 and right now we're looking good. We'll do I'll spin it up to 270. 270 knots on the climb. And let's take care of our rest of our systems here. Let's go map page and make it full screen. That's fine. Zoom the range out on that. 2992 will set standard across the board, which is right. Hit the standard and PFD. Push for standard over here. There we go. Push for standard is set. 270 on the climb out, 90.8. We're in Toga thrust. What is that? Barrow miscompare. Not synced. Alright, there you go. There you go. Now we're synced up, brothers. Hi-yi-yi. You can make the voice more realistic. It's in settings. In Microsoft default. Alright, well, we're climbing out now. We're looking good now. Once we get up to cruise, we'll have some time to play with the systems here. Welcome, Vodka. What's up, man? Welcome back. Throttletek's in the house. What's up? You fly the Phenom, Throttletek? So I don't know. Golly, that totally... I need to do another takeoff. That was my first ever takeoff in this jet. I'm using the same profile that I used with the Citation 10. So they shouldn't be that crazy. But that rotation almost felt like it was sticking to the ground and then just boom, straight up. But it could also be a weight and balance problem. Look at my pitch trim here. Look at my pitch trim. Is that full nose down? There's no other indicator, is there? It's just the electrical or just the digital indicator. That seems a little bit off. I wonder if the weight and balance was off because it's not loaded. We are super light, yeah. Well, that's where there's a problem. Not a problem, I should say, but like it's career mode compatible, right? So it should work, but I don't think it didn't take any of the loading from the mission. So I think that was our problem. I have this downloaded, Matt Wright. I've downloaded this bird. It's not streamed. I've downloaded it and installed it. All right, 91. I should bring it back to continuous climb, huh? Alright, we're in the climb D10. I can see it. 92. 92.2. That looks good. 66 knot tailwind. We'll keep it going. We're going to have to mess with all this up here when we get to cruise. A V1 stream as I assemble my latest wind wing components. Ooh, what's up, Fubar? Welcome in. I hope I have enough fuel too. What is our fuel on board? We have 2,000 pounds. We needed, according to Simbrief, we only needed 2,600 min takeoff. So we'll get up to 390 as quick as we can. What is the Throttletek? Yeah, Throttletek. Roberto, what is the service ceiling for the Phenom 300? Can we get up above 39? Let me go to aircraft systems. Electrical control synoptics ECS. Ice protection fuel. Total 2,000. 450. Oh, we're going to go all the way up to 450. We're going to save as much fuel because that shows us we burned 400 pounds. That means we only had 2,400 pounds of fuel on board when we blasted off. My sim brief is showing 2,800 required. We might have to get higher, request 450. Because that might be a problem. Engine settings, max climb is on, that's fine. I wanted to see weight and balance. Perf. Weight and balance. So we're in the green, right? Landing, we might... Are we out of the envelope? What's up with that? We're fine right now. You know what happened? When I loaded... I think when I hit import from MSFS, I think it changed our weights. Because look, remember I had all the pilot weights in there? So I think when I selected import from MSFS, it might have messed it up. Display CG, that's fine. Okay, go back. All right. That's a beautiful shot right there. I'm flying an empty leg and it's cruising beautifully at 450 at 7.8 Mach. Excellent. We'll take it all the way up then. I did not want to go into night mode already though. What was the key point where you can add fuel? I've never needed that for crew mode because it never loads the correct fuel. Oh, Flight Sim guy, you know what? I totally forgot. In the pre-flight menu, you're supposed to select the fuel required. You're absolutely right. I didn't select the fuel. Once we get up to cruise, we'll do a full-blown cabin tour. We'll take a look at everything else too. We should have some time up here. It'll be a nice cruise when we get up there. We're going for speed on this one though. We got to make up time. Let's see if we can get to 7.4 Mach. Let's see if it maintains or does it descend to accelerate. That's good. It does not descend to accelerate. That's good. I see that wrong on so many other like lightly simulated airplanes. Maintenance, I'm not worried about that. Realism. Make sure to have engine stress damage enabled in Microsoft settings. We do. Fuel aircraft manual. Persist last fuel and payload quantity. Allow payload changes during flight. Fuel. Okay, so we might have to mess with that on the next career mode flight if we do it. This is our pre-flight situation. Brand new airplane, looking good. I wonder why... Oh, that's why. Can I not do it in flight? Huh. Navigraph charge, wear and tear, I've run those up. Engine, I'm going to turn engine exterior. Oh, headphone. Oh, that's nice. Now we can turn this back up a little bit. I'll turn you off. We could do wind noise. Wind noise down. There we go. Newer Phenoms can do 7.8. Ooh. What profile am I using for? Oh, the Lear? No, I'm using the Citation 10 profile because I figured it kind of looked the same. I could switch to the Lear profile. I don't know. I think you had, I don't know. The winds were really, I mean, I was going down the runway and I could barely keep it on the center line. It was pretty gusty down there. Weather, I just want full screen. There we go. Full screen and zoom the range out. I feel like the rotation of the knobs are backwards. That's frustrating. Wow, 390. Look at that.
Oakland Center, November 357, Bravo Sierra, flight level 390.
We're gonna ask for like 450. Oakland Center, November 357 Bravo Sierra. Request cruise altitude, flight level 450.
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Roger, climb. Maintain flight level for 50.
Climb, maintain flight level for 50, November 357 Bravo Sierra.
All right, 450. Up we go, back to climb. All the way up, Roberto. Brakes in the plane are crap. They're very sensitive. Brake by wire? Really?
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Contact Oakland Center 126.85.
I thought it not having reverse thrust or anything would be
Contact Oakland
really
Center
good brakes.
126.85, November 357 Bravo Sierra.
I'm going to turn down the exterior sound
Oakland
just a
Center,
little bit more.
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Good afternoon, leaving flight level 393 for flight level for 50.
November 357. Bravo Sierra, Oakland Center. Good afternoon. Continue climb to flight level for 50.
Continue climb to flight level for 50, November 357 Bravo Sierra.
Where's the brightness for this thing? Whoa! Anybody know what the brightness is for the EFB? Curious what this stuff is. Auto position EFB camera. This will not work with VFR or VR. Action cameras, engine startup, flaps, GPU. All right, we're going out of 40 for 450. Let me go half screen. Let's go aircraft systems. ECS. What about pressurization? Status page. Everything looks good there. Ice protection, we don't need that. This doesn't give you where I'm trying to find the cab. Oh, right here, right in front of my face. 7,200 foot cabin, so we're doing all right. It's not like the 7.3 where you gotta retune it all the time. Alright, we'll just go back to full screen map. Wet runways are the worst with this thing? Man. On the description of Microsoft it says brake by wire, fully simulated as per real aircraft, landing on wet and contaminated runways will be challenged exactly as real pilots experiments. Real igloo flu. So just as Roberto was saying from Throttletek that braking on a wet runway is very poor. That's kind of exciting. No, I'm not using the Lear 1 vodka. I'm using the Citation 10 one that I have. But there was so much going on that takeoff. I don't know. Of course, everything's got to be fumbled on that takeoff there. I thought everything was going to be fine, but the frickin' ATC was going nuts. I'm going to need to figure out how to dim this, though, at some point. Surely. PA voiceovers? Surely there's a way to dim this thing. Matter of fact, where is all of our dimming displays? There's our trim. Display reversionary panel. We don't need that. Is it on the overhead? Cockpit panel lights coming down. There we go. That's cool. Okay, so it kind of dimmed with that. Very cool. Man, the screens on this do look good. Look at that. I mean, that is very crisp. That is very, very crisp. There's been a few runway excursions because of those brakes on this one, really. Roberto says there's a 3-second logic. You press the brakes, and depending on that, it will transfer on the braking a bit like the auto brake. Wow. So there's the delay with it. That's pretty cool, Roberto. Man, it's awesome having Phenom guys in the chat, dude. Thank you. Look at the reflection. That's cool. I need it. Okay. That's the key binding I wanted for real time. All right. I didn't want to go dark anyway. I didn't want to land pitch black yet. We still got to mess around with the airplane. Well, now I got to turn my displays back up. All right. I found my key binding to make it real time. Whatever it is. Cabin altitude says 8,400 feet. That doesn't seem like a good thing, Roberto. Why is my cabin altitude so high? Is this aircraft certified for 450? ECS is on both. Fan is on low. That's air conditioning. See, that should move down. The switches are, there's like a bunch of reversed. That would be in manual. I'm a little bit nervous. Our cabin altitude is at 8,800 feet and climbing.
November 5277 Whiskey. Contact Oakland Center 132.2. Good day. Contact Oakland Center 132.2. November 5277 Whiskey.
Oxygen, pool to cut out. Passenger auto. Crew only. So we got oxygen mask right there. Mystery One's in the chats. What's up? Who's up for Margaret? Oh, not me. I had to get some. I got my lunch and breakfast and dinner next to me. I got a little scoop of chicken salad from next door. It's in auto.
Bravo Sierra, contact Oakland Center 125.75.
I don't think we're going to be able to take this
Center
to
125.75. November 357 Bravo Sierra. Have a good one.
Right side, turn it,
Oakland
manual,
Center,
then auto.
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Leaving flight level for 26 for flight level for 50.
November 357. Bravo Sierra, Oakland Center, roger.
She's not. What if we go manual
United
mode?
8178 Heavy. Contact Oakland Center 128.8.
Center on 128.8. United 8178 Heavy.
I need to manually descend the cabin. Keep it in 1 minute in manual, then auto. Why doesn't it stay? Oh, that's aggressive. We're bringing the cabin down, though. That's good. Probably setting it to landing elevation of 9,000 feet. Oh, that, I wonder if that could be, but you're not gonna fly with a 9,000 foot cabin all the way there, are you? No, you should be at like 5,400 feet, like Roberto said, or something. Check the FMS. Wise man once said. ECS. Landing field elevation, manual. What if I keep this in manual right now? Do you think it's landing elevation back and throw it back on auto? It's an auto. Throw it to FMS now. I think it's okay. I'm gonna throw this back to auto. Yeah, that's the correct elevation. Let's see if I put you back to auto. Immediately starts climbing. So it must be, Roberto, it must be trying to set this, right? Because every time I go to auto, it starts to go to the elevation and for landing. We lost a lot of our wind up here. That's not good. Chris PT6, so it's adjusting for field elevation. So is that realistic, or should it wait until we get a little bit closer? Yeah, it stopped climbing because we're in manual mode, Thrustset. It does have the synthetic vision, Rob SVT. I'll show you that in a minute. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's click this down. Roberto, what was you said the cabin should be what, like 6,000 feet? Let me see if I can get it down a little bit here. What's the max delta P? 9.1, 9.3? Let's see if I can get the cabin come down. Or this is a good way to get the passengers to be quiet. Okay, it goes up to 9.2. All right, so we got some wiggle room. Let's keep doing this. K6, thank you for the $10 super chat, my man. I appreciate you, brother. It says get Miss V1 half a Starbucks. By the way, good to send a super secret pic hot off the pressers. Uh-oh. All right, full send, my man. Let me see her. Approaching 34 for 45. She's struggling to get up here. Well, we are going a little bit fast. Outfill valve intermediate. Let's go ahead and zoom it up there. Then we'll work with it more. All right, 5,600 feet at 9.2 psi. That's what we'll aim for. There's the altitude alert. Very cool. Okay, so that could be Roberto or Chris. Do you think that that is a bug, or is that the intended behavior, that because the landing elevation is 9,000 feet, it's auto-targeting not the field elevation already? Should it wait until a certain point, or is that just how the real jet acts? Because that would be something to note. Okay, Roberto says that's a bug. I would imagine, because we're still like 400, 500 miles from the airport, right? The 500E does not have auto throttles. That is correct, Igloo Fool. And you'll notice here it's a FADEC controlled. So you've got notches for max, toga, continuous climb, and max cruise, and then you'll have to modulate it as necessary. All right, Chris says it shouldn't do that. Thank you, man. The FMS, can't you just select manual, set 6,000, then when you select auto? Buzz, let's try that. That's you mean manually set the elevation? I don't know if we'll be able to get it down to 6,000 because that's, we're already at 9,000 PSI, or 9 PSI. We got 0.2 to go. Or 9, we actually got 0.4 to go. We might be able to get it down another couple hundred, but we'll see. I want to level off at 450 first. How are we doing on fuel flow actually up here? 450 a side, so call that 900 pounds an hour. We got 1,600, we got a little under 2 hours of fuel. 0124, we've got just under an hour of flight time, so that checks out. Bo, what's up? How is the jet so far? I haven't had enough time yet to fully give you the rundown yet. Yeah, the X-Plane one was great, Vodka. I do remember that. Auto throttle seems to have been an option for 24-ish. Oh, really? Is there a auto throttle option for, you know, just the sim maybe? Maybe it's in settings? Maybe it'd be under realism? I don't see it on there. Maybe there is a setting that you can select somewhere and have a pseudo auto throttle. But up here at 450, we'll be all right. I want to try something here, so let's go manual field elevation. Let's set 6,000. Enter, and then I'm going to throw you into FMS auto. Ah, gosh dang it, 6,000. Enter 6,000. There we go. Now it's coming down. Let's see if it actually targets it. So I've set 6,000. Oh, you meant in the actual 24. Yeah. Not in the newest. So it's coming down. So yeah, we found a little bug, I think. All right, that's cool though. We were able to troubleshoot. Very cool. Thank you, Roberto. We have real Phenom 300 drivers in the chat. We're troubleshooting. That's pretty cool. We're gonna run this thing as max as we can though. Only got 31 knots on the tail. That's kind of mid. Let's go back to full screen here. How are we doing for Home. I want to go map. Orientation. I feel like all the mouse wheel scrolls are backwards, unfortunately. So look at that, Roberto. It's coming all the way down. Yeah, we'll see if it hits Delta P first. We're at 9.2. We can go up to 9.4. Feels a little too quiet in here. $9.3. Will it give us another 700? We'll see. AJ, you notice the mouse wheel is weird? Okay, so I'm not the only one. So far, my biggest gripe, so who was asking, my biggest gripe is all the mouse wheel scrolls seem to be reversed to what would be intuitive mouse wheeling. Like left seems to be right and right seems to be left when you scroll the mouse wheel. Like this knob, if I mouse wheel up, which way, if I'm mouse wheeling up, which way should this go? It should go to the right, right? Now I mouse wheel down, it should go to the left, it goes right. Mouse wheeling does seem a bit odd. Dillaza, what's up for the 73 months support? Good to have you on board, man. V1, been a while. Great to catch a stream. Welcome on board, man. This is always one of those streams that I always have bad feelings about. You know, first time flight, new airplane in career mode. We spent a lot of money from our company to buy it. I think it's gonna do it. So it's basically gonna lock itself in at 9.3. Maybe because the safety relief valve. I bet you it's got a safety relief valve and it's holding 6,500 there. All right, so just remind me when we start our descent, we're going to need to reset our pressurization there. All right, let me figure out. My map is not the way I want it to be here. Let's go back. Why is my map all like weird looking? Weather? There's no weather out there. I want map display. Map settings. Absolute. There we go. I want that on. Aviation, VOR, that looks good. Other. Track vector. Yeah. We'll turn that off. Wind vector. I like that. Selected out range arc, and we'll turn that off. Alright. So there we go. Map detail is on most. Cool. Map sync off. I don't know what map sync is for. Heading up on the orientation. There's the turn. All right, we're phenoming, chat. We're getting it. You should be able to reverse mouse wheel scroll in Microsoft settings for this airplane. No, I don't mess with my Microsoft settings. When every single airplane does it the same way, and another airplane comes out and does it opposite of that, that's the airplane problem. That's not. I don't mess with my settings.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, contact Salt Lake Center. 133.
But that's a good option for people who want to fly this a ton.
November 357, Bravo Sierra.
All right, we're stable at 450. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off.
Center, November 357,
See,
Bravo Sierra.
Which way should you mouse wheel that? To move the switch down, you should mouse wheel down. You have to mouse wheel up to move it down and down to up. It's weird. That, to me, is the telltale sign of a 2020 airplane. That's what that feels like. All right. Got a little bit of a bank going on here. We got a little bit of a trim. Just a little bit of just a quick shot of rudder trim. There we go. Straighten it up just a tad. I'd be thrilled if it was half as good as the Lear. Well, visually, I will tell you, visually, Now, the screen, I mean, it's a cop-out. The screens look real. The Lear has no screens. But, I mean, the knobs and everything, they're on par with the Lear. Alright. Let's go ahead and do a little tour of the cabin, shall we? Now that we're up here in cruise, let's make sure there's nothing we need to do with our action steps now. We're just flying all the way to Telluride right now. Looks like we're doing 479 over the ground. That looks good. Is there anything we can straighten the line out? Maybe go direct here? Now we're pretty much going direct already. We're going to MILF and then we'll be there. So, estimated time of arrival 0052. Time now. Oh, that's ETA to the next waypoint. So, how do we find out our ETA? I guess I got to set up the VNAV. I never set that. Cruise. Climb. Profile. Is there somewhere I need to set the cruise altitude? Active VNAV waypoint? No. I was just wondering why I don't have any data here. Synthetic vision? Well, we're going to use synthetic vision for landing. We'll mess with the PFD here in a minute. I guess that's speed. I just want to find... Surely there's a place to show you your time of arrival to the destination, right? Ground speed? Estimated time en route. That's to MILF. Bearing to MILF. Distance to MILF. ETA to MILF. Landing 0123. So 50 minutes from now, I guess. Yeah, landing. Okay, cool. Alright, that works for me. Whoa. Alright, Water's mom's in the co-pilot seat. Alright. Oh, map displayed a flight plan. Is that what you wanted me to do? Let's see. No, I don't want that. I like this. I like that. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cabin, shall we? We've got some drinking situations here. That's very nice. Cola King, peppy. Fruity and peppy. Very cool. Luxury jet. Always got to have one of those. It's like controller.com or something. How come we don't have that flight attendant on board with us? Pilot interview behind the cockpit. Top destinations for 2026. What is that? What is that? That's not a Phenom, is it? No, that's definitely not a Phenom. What jet is that? Citation? Chris, what jet is that? I used to have such better aircraft identifications. I lost it all. Aha! Look, lunch and chat. I actually have my lunch and dinner. I have the same thing. I will have the chicken, please. That's the big Embraer. I will have the chicken, please. Look at that catering. How much that cost you? 15 grand? Excellent. What do we got on this side? Coffee. Excellent. Empty. Someone forgot to fill the coffee pot before we took off. We got the fancy glassware. What's up top here? Ooh. Ooh, more magazines. Pink textures. Dealing with CTDs. Oh, this is good. This is pretty good. Look at this, man. Oh, let me go full screen cam so you guys can actually see everything's going on. Hey, there's the theme song. Understanding SimVars. That's funny. Sim Update 5 is here. Luxury Escapes. That's a Phenom right there. FBO magazine. Can I click this? I don't know what I'm clicking. Oh, there we go. Just pulling it down. Well, that's cool. Where's the sushi? I know you want... Well, we need Timaru for the sushi. We got some coffee cups. Excellent sounds with every drawer that opens. What is this little notice here? All doors and compartments must be latched and closed for taxi, takeoff, landing, and turbulence. Excellent. What's in here? More cups. More drinks. Is that an ice drawer? Or is that a black hole? I think that's an ice drawer. Yeah, ice. This must be ice. Ice drawers. How does this feel to the Honda Jet? Unfortunately, I don't have the Honda Jet Prio AI, so I can't compare it to the Honda Jet. The closest thing I can compare this to right now is the Citation 10 from Flight FX. I'm not sold on the flight model yet. I need to do some more flying. It seemed, and again, listen, this is a very early on. I only have done one takeoff, but the takeoff seemed wildly out of control. But it could be because it was light aircraft and gusty winds. But so I'm going to have to just put an asterisk on that. It just seemed, it seemed very sensitive. But we're gonna land in Telluride, so we'll find out together here. Oh, that's cool. The model and the texturing is fantastic. Look at that. I mean, that little dirt on the window there. Why is this guy tossing trash on the floor? I don't know. Who is this guy? Let's take a look. He's got the man bun, so go figure he's throwing stuff on the floor. All right. Entitled beta male. All right. Did I say that? No, I'm just kidding. Look, we got the food over here. Luxury escapes. Not bad. We got a little, all right. Man, he trashed us. We got food on the floor and everything. And he's sitting in the exit row. It's definitely sus. It's definitely sus, man. Oh, what is this? Okay, that's cool. Wi-Fi connect, temperature. Are you serious? We can adjust. Okay, so this is cool. This is cool. This is like connect Bluetooth, your aircraft's Wi-Fi. Bluetooth controls on. Lights, presets. All lights off. All lights on. Sleep, working. Custom. Let's do working for now. That's pretty cool. Video? Audio. What can we play? Can we play something? XM. We can't actually play anything. Can you hear the AC kick on? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. $45 minutes remaining. Look at that. I mean, is that actual? We're going to come back and check that. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. All right. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. Don't leave any brown stains on my seat, brother. All right. We paid for the premium white leather for Barry Seal Logistics here. All right. Now we're back to where the rubber meets the road. Lavatory. I hate this livery. I wish career mode would let us choose different liveries. The only reason I don't like that, I say I hate this livery. The only reason I say that is because the livery that you saw in the thumbnail, that I took the thumbnail with, is epic. It looks really good. I don't like this blue flap situation here. But, so it comes with a ton of liveries, and a lot of them are really cool looking. This is probably my least favorite of the liveries, and of course that's the one career mode forces you to use. I'm not sure why. On the life vest, we have some towels. Drawer. Drawer, possibly trash. Big cabinet. Oh! Is this potable water? Non-potable water. Do not drink. So this is the drainage from the sink. Oh, okay. This is the drainage from the sink, non-potable. Well, it's not the poop water flicks. Is this a blue juice toilet? We'll get to the toilet here in a minute. Let's see if we can wash our hands first before we have to use. We can't. Look at this. This is pretty. We got some. What are they? The Japanese cherry blossoms. Got the cherry blossoms. We got some.
November
coral.
357 Bravo Sierra. Contact Salt Lake Center.
Handle that for me, Jeff. I'm in the pooper.
Center on 127.9 or 25.
Thanks, Jeff.
November 357 Bravo Sierra.
Jeff's got us covered on the radios. Very nice. We got a
Salt
soap
Lake
bar
Center,
here.
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Flight level for 50.
Now let's see if she actually. Oh,
November 357.
no surprises.
Bravo Sierra, Salt Lake Center. Copy.
Hey, we can flush. Hey, close the lid, please. Can I just make a public service announcement? If you're using a lavatory on an airplane or a private business jet, please close the lid before you press the flush button. You do not want to know what happens when you keep the lid open and the flush goes off. There is a lot of particles that come flying up. Even though you can't see them, they are there. There's a lot of particulates that get released into the atmosphere. All right. What do we got here? We can read FS Reborn. Go figure, they put the FS Reborn magazine in the shitter. I love it. All right. Attention to detail, realism, immersive weather, lighting, and visuals, system failure simulation. I will say I did witness a failure. AJ Funari was flying it in the Discord, and he had a failed engine start right out of the way, or right out of the gate. I told him to test a couple things. I was like, hey, try starting the engines with the ignition off instead of an auto or whatever. It failed to light, all that stuff. So I will say there is a significant amount of detail in terms of system modeling and modeling of just the aircraft in general, as you guys have seen here. Let's see if we had an update on our ETA. Oh, man, is it still 45? Oh, no, it is. It's actual legit. It's actually legit. I want to connect and play something, though. Please select a source. Bluetooth. I'm surprised they don't let me play a song. So this is cool. That's an actual... Hold on. Audio? What is all this? Passwords? Units, background images. Content upload, maintenance, XM radio, high power outlet. I mean, this is pretty legit. It'd be funny if you could play your own stream within your stream. That would be cool if we could watch video and go YouTube. I'm assuming that this is just a very similar entertainment layout to the actual jet. That's probably what it looks like in the real jet. Wow, look at the colors up here on this. This is a beautiful. Now I'm going to let it go ahead and get dark and sunset into the nighttime. Matter of fact, it's time to eat our own lunch here. Let's turn the sounds down a little bit. All right, so I've given you guys a full cabin tour. Let me know if this would be the time now, since we got a little bit of time in cruise, and I'm going to start eating my lunch. If you want to see something in the jet, let me know. And we'll take a look at it. We're landing at Telluride at night. Yeah, Vodka. In career mode. What could go wrong? You can't land at Telluride at dark? Sure that you can. I have a private jet. What's the weather? Telluride weather is 210, gust 14. 1624, overcast 7,000. That's gonna be, we'll be fine. We got synthetic vision. We got synthetic vision, man. We'll be fine. Speaking of synthetic vision, how do we set it up? Overcast 7,000 and a crosswind? Child's play. I like this. No. Where's my crossbar? I like that one. There we go. Cool. Alright, how do we get other PFD settings? How do we get our synthetic vision going on here? In your pilot GTC. What is the pilot GTC? This thing? Utilities. Minimums, we have to set that here soon. I'm gonna find the synthetic vision here. I'm just eating at the same time. I'm waiting for one of you to tell me where it's at. Flight sim guy. PFD settings overlays. That's what I thought. PFD settings, attitude overlays. There it is. Look at that. See, KDXO? Where you been all my life? We have a problem. The crackers are not firm enough for the chicken dip. Double stack the crackers. Speaking of landing, Roberto, is there a landing performance? I don't think there's any performance we need to set. No passengers on board. Serve coffee. Oh, you can hear them. Look. Look at that. They served coffee. Ew, what's wrong with that coffee? That looks like Flix's coffee. All crusty on the sides. Nah, thrust set. Nobody cares about the FO, brother. No synthetic vision required for the FO. I will turn this off for right now, though, because I don't like it in cruise for some reason. Waffle House coffee. Oh, we could clean the cabin. Well, let's serve some snacks while we're at it. Captain PA. Are we gonna hear it? So it's not a pier show. Make a PA. No? Alright. D-board, general. Why isn't he giving us a PA? Captain's out to lunch. Is it because there's no pilot on board? ism. And keep these off for right now. I like the idea of everything falling out here, light bulbs and all that stuff. I like the idea. I'm giving this a PA voiceovers on. Male. Oh, we're getting turbulence. We're getting turbulence. He's not making it. That is a juice wing view, though. No packs. DB Cooper has left the aircraft. Where is is there a PA volume knob, Henry? Can turn PA voiceover on. It's on. I've got it on. We need to do a proper flight outside of crew mode once you have time to look over the manual like a rich person's flight Vegas to Jackson Hole. Man. All right, hold on. We're going to talk about that. Let me get a fork. I'll be right back.
November 357, Bravo
Always
Sierra.
gotta keep spare forks
Contact
in
Salt
the
Lake
HQ.
Center 125.575.
What? What was that?
Center on
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
125.575. November 357, Bravo Sierra. Good day.
So I like that they've
Salt Lake
simulated.
Center, November 357, Bravo Sierra. Flight level 450.
November 357 Bravo Sierra, Salt Lake Center, copy.
I like that they simulated a lot of this random
Southwest
stuff.
992, contact
Because
Salt
in a
Lake
jet
Center
like this,
133.6.
there's really not a whole lot to do. It's so automated. I mean, you saw the engine start. You literally just, you know, flip a switch. It auto bleeds for you, auto adjusts the N1, it auto introduces fuel, all that stuff. So it's a super highly automated jet, which could get boring, in my opinion, in flight sim world. So having all these little additional things is kind of fun. Why did I just lose my AHARs? One thing I'm not sold on, though, is the whole FBO building and stuff. I mean, I think some people are going to like that. That's not my cup of tea. I would rather have a jet with impeccable sounds, impeccable modeling and texturing, and then systems with failure. So they've seemed to have done that. That's why I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they did all the extra stuff, because it appears that, you know, with all these different failures and simulated light bulbs and things like that, it appears they've got all that stuff modeled. Signs off, outlets on. I was looking for an audio or something for PA. Pilot, mics. We're probably going to have to start down here pretty soon.
United 8178 Heavy, contact Salt Lake Center 133.9er.
Center on 133.9er, United 8178
No,
Heavy.
I don't see it. I thought it would be co-pilot or passenger, but I don't see it there either. Telleride. Is there no charts for Telleride? No, there's... Hold on. Procedures. Approach. Localizer 9.
Contact Salt Lake Center 133.9er.
Let's see what chart we're going to use.
133.9er, United 1300.
Telleride. Got to do RNAV 9 circle. All right, Vodka, if you say so. Approach. Which one, RNAV? Yankee or X-ray? Which one gets us lower? We've got all the bells and whistles, so we're going to take the lowest possible one. LPV, that gets us to 1115.
Salt Lake Center, Skywest
The Yankee,
5748.
no.
Flight level
Ooh, that gets us to
SkyWest 5748.
11.5. RNAV Zulu, that ain't gonna be it. Actually, RNAV Zulu, oh, it does that. Gets us down to 10.6. Only X-ray? Why? Oh, we had 10.1. That is lower. Okay, good. All right, thank you. All right, so we're gonna load this. Full procedure. Chat, I haven't had enough. I'm not ready for this. Let's take it off the soulless transition. We're gonna modify our box here. X-ray 9 LPV plus vertical, or no? The Zulu has plus vertical. Dude, we need the vertical though. All right. Oh, that's LP plus V. This is LPV. That's right. I'm sorry. We're gonna do off of soulless. Minimums. What's our minimums on that chart? Circling not authorized at night. That's why. Why are you gonna make me circle then? We'll land with the tailwind. We'll land on 9. What did I say?
November
10.152.
Bravo Sierra. Contact Salt Lake Center 133.6.
Contact Salt Lake Center 133.6. November
Load it.
357 Bravo Sierra.
I want to go direct to Solus right now. Activate direct to Solis. Beautiful. All right, now, I think we can create our own TOD and VNAV in this, right? It says at or above 13. Let's make Solis a hard 13,000. We're going direct to Soli, hard 13, VNAV. Cruise altitude, vertical speed, target, TOD 10 minutes. There she is.
Tax Valley 7706.
Beautiful.
Turn left, heading 120. Expect
All right.
further clearance in about 18 miles.
Salt Lake Center, November 357. Bravo
TOD
Sierra.
10 minutes
Good
out,
afternoon.
450.
Flight level for 50.
We should probably step down to 40. Or I tell you what,
357 Bravo Sierra, Salt Lake Center. Copy.
let's half that. FMS 9000, it's in auto. It's actually going to start coming up. Salt Lake Center, November 357 Bravo Sierra, request flight level 390. Oh, that's from the TBM soundtrack.
November 357 Bravo Sierra. Roger. Descend and maintain flight level 390.
Get a little rock and rolling tonight.
Descend and maintain flight level 390, November 357 Bravo Sierra.
We're going to go down to 390 because I don't want the cabin to come up to 9,000 feet here and cruise for the last hour. So 390. Vertical speed down a little bit. Trickle it in nice and slow. Power's coming off. Let's see if we pick up a little more tailwind. We only got 39 knots on the tail right now. Yeah, we'll kill the music for now. All right, out of 45 for 390. Anik, you forgot to remove engine covers. Nelly got sucked to the engine. That's what happened to AJ Funari. That's what happened to AJ Funari. So yeah, if you don't pull the engine covers and you start the engine, you suck it in and you basically got to get a new engine. Pretty looking jet. Don't have pathways. Will we have pathways for the arrival? Horizon heading off. That throws me off. So it looks like it's going to go to 9,000 no matter what. V1 MD-11 next? Maybe, dude. I really want to fly the MD-11. I want to fly an All-Italia livery. But I got to get the sound pack installed. See what it sounds like. Yeah, it's crazy that it keeps targeting the field elevation so early. I don't know why it does that. Michael J, I don't think so. I think they're the same, but there is a sound pack now in Flight Sim TO that I have not tried yet. I tell you what we need to do is we need to set the cabin lighting again. So let's do this. Settings. Nope. Lights. Nope. Lights. Custom 2. We'll do sleep lights. How's sleep lights look? Perfect. We need to clean the cabin though as we get ready for arrival. So how do we do that again? Cabin comfort. Let's clean it up, please. Look at that. What a beautiful night. Oh, there we go. We got our cabin cleaned up. I'm going to need y'all to stow the trays here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, our cabin altitude is just going to hang out at 9,000 feet. How does the 828 Aerostar stack up against the Black Square Duke? We get that question all the time on this channel, man. I personally prefer the Duke over the Aerostar. Just my personal preference. I feel like the complete is this dimming? There should be a dimming switch right here, right? The complete sound pack, or the complete add-on with the sound pack and everything together, I feel like the experience is better, more wholesome in the Duke. The Aerostar is great, but the sounds are not it for me, man. There's something with the engine sounds that just sounds super artificial, and over time, it's just, you could almost hear it on repeat. So it's a great simulation of, you know, pistons and stuff. It does go into slightly more detail with the engine block in terms of managing each individual piston. But the Duke has, you know, everything is simulated in the Duke, including engine damage. Where it stops, though, is it includes the whole engine is included. So, like, you can't damage an individual piston by running, you know, over time. The engine will just show that it's been damaged over time. So that's where the difference is. But everything else included together, I still prefer the Duke, man. It's not that the Aerostar is bad, though. It's just my personal preference. This is a lot of glass for a V1 stream. Jeff L. Dude, it sure is, man. All right, landing in 19 minutes, chat. We're 19 minutes out. I think we need to go full screen here on this. I'm surprised I can't just have this in map display and have both of my GTCs functioning. I feel like that's weird. Maybe I just, you know. Yeah, if you split the screen, maybe the Piaggio, dude. I love the Piaggio. So Joe Plains, we'll do the Piaggio next. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. The Piaggio, I forgot how amazing that airplane is, man. I flew it around. I was flying it around. The flight model is fantastic on the Piaggio. Smooth, buttery, stable, fast, turboprop. That is what I was going to stream. And then this dropped, and you guys are like, well, y'all voted for the shiny jet syndrome. So y'all voted for this one. Back at 390. Thrust back in there a little bit. We are going to keep the approach chart up, though. So we're going to hit it off of Sluis, which is at 13,000. Inbound to Tomboy. .5 degree descent path. Missed approach, climb to 1044, climbing right turn 1500 Dames, track 283 to Keating, or Keating, ETL cones. Trans is 18, trans is 18. It doesn't say night approach not authorized. It doesn't say approach not authorized at night. It can be tight though. Oh, this is the only approach you can do at night, Vodka? I gotcha. Alright, there's gotta be more lighting in here though. Like, you can't, there's no like floodlights or anything like that? What is this? Refreshments, audio, jacks. IFE Refreshment Center.
Salt Lake Center, November 357, Bravo Sierra, flight level 390.
November 357, Bravo Sierra, Salt Lake Center.
There's only one cockpit knob.
Bravo Sierra, descend and maintain flight level 190.
All right.
Descend and maintain flight level 190, November 357, Bravo Sierra.
Can we get discretion on that?
November 357, Bravo Sierra, altimeter 3000.
Why is my altitude only in hundreds of feet?
Via Echo Tango Lima.
Altimeter 3000, expect the RNAV Zulu runway 09er.
There's no way to move this faster?
November 357, Bravo Sierra.
November 357, Bravo Sierra. Cleared direct cones, cross cones at or above 13,000 feet. Cleared RR Nav Zulu, runway 09er.
Okay, we're gonna keep it as is from Sluis.
Cross cones at or above 13,000 feet.
How do you? I can't turn the screens down, dude. I want to turn the screens down, but it's all connected to the same cockpit panel light. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of mid. That's really mid. All right, I'm gonna arm a VNAV. VNAV path is armed. And I don't know how to dim this guy. I thought this was the dim switch. On every AHRS I've seen, this is the dim thing. You click this and it dims. It does not appear to dim. The inspection switch, that's the
Vertical track.
inspection light for the ice, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Only the captain can see the ice. Inspection light, wing light left. Vertical track is alive. Yeah, there's no other brightness settings in there, Vodka. That's why I prefer analog, dude. Analog gauges. Cabin altitude 9,000. Yeah, we determined that that's a bug. It's going to the field elevation from departure. It should have maintained, you know, cruise cabin, but it did not. But that's actually correct for now because we are going to be landing at 9,000 feet. That is field elevation of Telluride. All right, here comes vertical track. There's the path.
November 357 Bravo.
Whoa!
Contact Denver Center 127.55. Take care.
We're getting turbulence. We need to go ahead and turn that seatbelt sign on. Make sure you mouse wheel down, move the switch up. This, surely we could dim this. This is going to be...
November 357 Bravo Sierra, leaving flight level 386, descending to flight level 190.
Let's target FMS speeds just to get us coming down.
November 357 Bravo Sierra, Denver Center, copy.
All right, so we're on that. We're on the VNAV path. We need to go home. We need to go perf. We need to do landing data. Runway 9, landing rates. Okay, good. Weather, winds. What were the winds? 100 at 4. Temperature, let's just call it 15. Baro, 2, 9er, 9er, 2. Show me tar. 180 at 7. Why can't I just sync it? That's fine.
Southwest 3839. Good day.
Landing full, ice protection off. Let's turn it on. Let's run it. Oh, we can't run it on? Add VAP of 5 knots. Landing factor 1, default. Landing data 105. There's the ref 69, 2875. Accept landing speeds. Oh, load METAR data? Oh, well, it's fine. It's not going to make a bit of difference, I guarantee you. Close enough. Close enough for government work. Got speed back up here a little bit. And then I will do setting, engine exterior. Ooh, yeah. Let's get back up to 250 knots or so. I will split this and put the chart up. Let's go map over here and let's go, no, I didn't want to do that. Home, chart, arrival. Chart, approach, RNAV X-ray, 9er. Chart options, can I make it dark? Look at that. Night mode. Love it. I don't need... Oh, that's just the minimums. Header. All. Huh. Now I want to zoom that in a little bit. How would I do that? Just like that. There we go. So I can kind of see what we're doing. 250k knots. 11.2. That all looks good. All right. Thinking about getting the Bravo? $60 off on Memorial Day? Tyson, I highly recommend the Bravo. Try on the Garmin and systems of lighting controls are there for the PFDs. I looked. Where would that be? Utilities? I don't see anything there. Flight director single queue? Yeah, let's do dual queue. There we go. That's looking a little bit more familiar. Well, we got one thing that we wanted. There is no settings, displays, brightness. There is no settings, there is no displays, there is no brightness. Vodka. All of the settings are controlled from this one rotary knob. This one appears to not dim at all. Yeah, it's not dimming at all. We're cleared for the approach. So let's set bevel 11.2 for now, since we're in VNAV path, flat like a Boeing. It's different from the 750? Yeah, no, it's not a 750. 750 is better than Garmin 3000. I cannot stand G1000, G2000, G3000. Cannot stand all of them. I hate Garmin. Give me ProLine 21 or 6-pack. Any Moza yoke users here? The preset that works good? That's a good question, Kate. I don't know if we have one. If anybody does the Moza, shout them out. I will say I was messing with the Moza latest software for the AB9 Base because I was making a profile for an airplane that you're going to see relatively soon that uses a side stick, and the trim following and everything that Moza has for the AB9. Wow, it's so nice to mess with. It's so nice to mess with in the Moza software now. It's come a long way. It's come a long way. But unfortunately, no, I don't have anything with the Moza yoke. Glad to know I'm not the only one. Hated getting my instrument rating. Want to go back to the 6-pack. No, the 220 is mid, dude. I know everyone is super excited for the A220. The A220 might be my least favorite airliner of all time. I mean, we'll fly it. We need some good regional jet ops. But in terms of cockpit displays and everything, no sir. Don't you have to click the GTC controller over to the PFD for the iPad settings? I don't know, man. We're on the approach now. I'm not going to mess with it. It's fine enough for right now. Yeah, let's go stick. The sounds are going to be crucial. Got to get that big whale. You know what I'm saying? I think the exterior of the 220 doesn't look bad, especially the longer ones. What is it, the 300? And yeah, amazing to fly in as a passenger. Agree, Prodigious. And look, it's an amazing aircraft just in general. Like, to even fly it, I'm sure it's super automated, it's super advanced, it's very safe, allegedly, right? 29er, 79er is set, but I'm just talking in terms of, you know. I know, 29er, 79, we're set. Don't get all mad at me. If it's too easy in SimWorld, it gets boring, you know what I'm saying? You saw the 220 Croatian go off the runway? I saw that fight some guy, that RTO. Whew, buddy. That was something else. Alright, I'm going to start slowing down. Let me make sure we're not missing any knowledge. Hands off, fly to Telluride. We'll land at Telluride. The window in the bathroom is all I care about. The window in the bathroom is nice, man. I don't know why we decided to do this at friggin' nighttime. Alright. That one you mouse wheel up, that's good to know. Cabin passenger control and max bright are off. That's internal cabin. Alright. Can't believe there's only one light knob. Like you need a floodlight, you know what I'm saying? It's about as dim as they go right there. And this thing drives me nuts. Alright, stick with it here. 14.2, we're going to cross Solis at 13,000. Bottom of descent within 1 minute. That checks. After Solis, we're good down to 12. We should be able to keep it in the... Should be able to keep it in the path. Jeff's going to handle the radios for me all the way in. Thank you, Jeff. Ice condition. Okay, checked. All right, let's bring it all the way back now. Let's get flight recorder ready. Pete, this is beyond ATC. Icing in VMC, interesting. Yeah, that is a Microsoft thing. That's like if I'm ever flying GA, I will leave the window heat off.
Southwest 3578, expect T-bar 4 with the Schnaps transition, runway 35 left.
Expect T-bar 4 with the Schnaps transition, runway 35 left, Southwest 3578.
Ducky Duck Greg, ask me after we make this approach here to Telluride. I actually can see the runway. That looks good. I think I need to do this. I want to see if this will satisfy the mission step.
19 miles west, 13,000, inbound to land. Runway 9er, Kilo Tango, Echo X-ray.
Alright, VNAV path is still armed. We're at 13,000. Tomboy is at 12,000. And then Bevel is at 11.2. The path is above us. We should still be okay. Glide path is armed. Approach is armed.
Vertical track.
Vertical track is active. Why is that not? Contact arrival tower. Let's just say that.
Kilo Tango, Echo X-ray traffic. November 4 Tree 9er Tree 2 is on final.
Nabil, dude, I'm super curious about the Falcon 50 as well.
X-ray.
Turbulence is going to be interesting tonight. Switch that. VAP is 105. 160 here. Runway's in sight. Recording is on.
High speed.
Ah, hi Steve, the flaps. It's 190 or 185, I guess. Here. What? Okay, that's pretty freaking cool. Auto gear camera. What is this? Nabil simulations? How do I get back inside? How do I get back inside? That was cool. Flaps coming in. I didn't do that at all. That literally was a
Autopilot.
Autopilot's coming off. Autopilot yaw dampers off. Whoa there, the player. She is sensitive. Why is it so sensitive? Gears down, flaps 2. Alright, we'll kill the flight directors. Or visual. 21 knot quartering tailwind. Alright, final approach flaps coming in. Flaps 3. And flaps full. Missed approach will set 12,000. We're a little bit high, coming down. Trim seems way off here. There we go. Why do we do this at night? Freaking career mode. Oh my gosh. Correcting on the speed.
Minimums.
Inside landing, continue, gear down and green flaps full. Approach out 2 is set. We're clear to land. No tower. 18 knots on the tail. Are we gotta circle. We have to circle. I'm gonna break off. We have to, we'll go off the end of the runway. 20 knot tailwind. We have to circle. That's alright, we got the gas. We're gonna break off. There's no way we're gonna stop a 20 knot tailwind and Telluride here. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get a little bit more power in there. Don't really need to climb up that. What the heck was that?
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Flaps up a notch.
Sink rate.
I didn't do. Did you guys see that? Realistic turbulence in career mode. I totally forgot. Realistic is forced on in career mode. All right. Stable it. Let's get her back under control here. Spilled my tequila. All right. Chris said we got to be careful at the radius of turn here. I agree. Steve, what do you say? Flaps 3 here for this turn. 120-ish knots. Remember that pristine white upholstery we bought? I totally forgot that it enforces realistic turbulence. That was a hell of a shear, though. That honestly felt more like wake turbulence. All right, easy. There is no ATC to hit on this one. All right, here we go. Flaps full. Try a little bit of balloon there. keep it going. Keep coming down. 110. Thank you for the super chat. Key 6. I can't read it. A little bit hot. I can't see. This is like 10 times harder without track IR. Pitch and power, baby. Pitch and power. We're looking good. Chat, we're cooked. Not yet. We're not yet. We're not cooked yet, my man.
Minimums, 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 minimums.
All right, start slowing down. Slowing down. Now we got a tailwind on this side. A little bit high. We're on speed. Let's come down a little bit. Let's just keep coming down. We're going to get a sink right here. That's all right.
500.
We're on speed.
Sink
We're high.
rate.
We're okay.
Pull up.
I should have inhibited TAWS for this
Pull
one.
up.
There we go. Easy
Pull
TAWS.
up.
Easy TAWS.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
We're all right, TAWS.
Pull up. Pull up.
Doing my best Chris PT6
Pull up.
impression here.
200. Terrain.
No, we're good.
Too
We're good.
low.
I can't flare. I
Terrain.
can't flare. Oh,
Too
brother.
low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Undesignated landing area. Wrong runway. It wanted us to land on 9 with the 20-knot tailwind. No, thank you. All right, I tell you what we're gonna do. After this, we're gonna just load in and do a lap in the pattern. We'll see how it flies, but it seems very squirrely. It seems extra squirrely. I should have changed the runway in ATC, I guess, Flight Sim guy. That's all right. Let's go ahead and get off the runway. What have we learned? Career mode is still broken? No, not quite, Vodka. Not quite. We just got to figure out how to get these third-party airplanes working in career mode better. Oh, that's what you meant by ATC thrust set? It shouldn't pick a runway. You shouldn't have to change the runway in career mode. You should, if you land on the right piece of pavement, that's all it should care about. It shouldn't dock you for other direction. I don't know about the flight model yet though. I mean, my yoke is not super sensy or anything. I'll tell you what, after we watch this replay, so what we have to do for career mode is we're gonna shut down, then we're gonna reload in free flight, and then we'll watch the replay in free flight. Now, once we get up here, we can turn our lights off, go taxi, strobe, inspection light. I'm gonna turn this up now. So there's no cabin, there's no cockpit flood. The brakes do seem pretty shite. We're gonna go a little bit further. All right, now where are we going? Taxi to park. Where do you want us parking? Oh, we're getting so docked. Where does it want us to park? I'm pressing my visual assistance display. Career mode at its best. Gosh dang it, career mode. It's like it's gotten worse. The sounds are great though. I'm gonna alt in and skip the shutdown, see where it wants me. Let's see where it wants me. Oh, it wants me right here? Okay.
We'll be working together again soon. It's been a pleasure
Okay.
despite the difficult flight.
We'll park here, career mode. Start stops to stop. And this is how baby phenoms are made. Oh, good heavens. Freaking Adobo. I hope they're at, I hope Adobo is at Expo. I got questions. I got questions for Adobo. Oh, 50% airline procedures. Chad, we just cooked our whole... We used to be S tier. How much... Did we get any money? That's not going to do good for our reputation. Not going to be good. Well, we got almost 2 mil. This is going to sting. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're down to C? We should have flown the Avanti. So, I'll tell you what. The Avanti in career mode is pretty dang flawless. There's our Phenom, though. Yeah, I spent a lot of money today. We bought 2 jets. Assign pilot, so you guys can go make me some money. The Vision Jet is still good for career mode. Is there a repaint? Does it tell you what you repaint it to, or is that still broken? Can you select repaint? It will restore the aircraft paint as good as... Oh, no, I don't want that. Alright. Alright, let's get out of career mode. And let's watch... Telluride. Let's go to Telluride. Let's load in Telluride. We're going to do a couple things. First things first. Let's watch the replay. And then we're going to do a couple laps of the pattern. And then I'll see how it feels. What the heck is that? No. No. Hit it. See, look at this livery. This livery, way better.
Stall.
Let's see how she handles in replay mode. So we did the circle. Look at this upset. Hold on. Look at this upset, guys.
Stall.
Watch this. Flying along. I mean, recover, powered idle, wings level. Holy shit. Yeah, the wind coming off. We just got hit by that wind. imagine. Let's do it from old boy's view here. What did this guy see?
Stall. Stall.
Oh, it has flap shake. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Old man River sitting here just took a look at the sky. Oh my gosh.
Sync rate.
All right, let's do the loo view if you're in the lavatory when that
Sync
happens. Let's see this.
Stall. Stall.
I thought it was about to be Avianca 357 Part 2. I thought so too. So we're hanging out. And oh my gosh.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Chad, I thought we were going to
Sync
lose it.
Sync rate.
I thought we were going to lose it right there. All right. Let's continue on. Yeah, here's our circle. We did pretty good.
Caution. Terrain. Caution. Terrain. Caution. Terrain.
Is that flap shake or is it a flap glitch? Might have been a flap glitch, actually. Oh, it looks like flap shake. Yeah, it looks like it's flap shake. How much? I wish we could have this livery for career mode. Dude, we definitely spilled the blue juice on that turn. Yeah, the crispy T6 booty juice and lab juice everywhere. Dude, the amount of blue juice, we basically dumped the blue juice all over the lab.
Sync rate.
I should have inhibited TAWs for that approach. You can inhibit TAWs. I didn't do it. I should have been, because we actually were pretty stable. I mean, that actually was a decent circle. Let's see if we actually had a wing strike here. Not a bad touchdown. Oh, we did. Why would a wing tip like that? What? Why did we have a wing strike? I'm gonna try that again. My aircraft. I'm flying.
200. Too low. Terrain.
It's like the trim is way off.
Terrain. 100.
It might be a
Too
profile
low.
thing
Terrain.
here. Why did we have a wing strike? And there goes the float sesh. Oh, wow. She likes to float. I've got... Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead real quick. Let's end this flight. I'm going to get rid of that recording. Let's load up to Saint Martin. Now let's go to San Jose. It's more scene. It's a good airport to practice a pattern. Do I have a good airport anywhere? Payware. Let's just stick with it. St. Martin has always been our proving ground. St. Martin, runway 9. We'll just change the time when we get on the ground. Let's load in runway 10. All we're going to do here is I'm going to change my yoke profile, number 1, because it does not fly at all like the Citation 10 yoke profile. It doesn't like that. Load into WAD. Oh, dude, we should have. Yeah, but it's only default, though. It's good scenery, but not a good airport for me. Let's load in. I just want to do pattern work real quick. We'll do a lap in the pattern, and then I just want get a feeling for the flight model.
Juliana Tower, Foxtrot Sierra Romeo 00.
All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn off freaking Juliana Tower. Blah, 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 blah. Sound. Character voices. Where are they at? Character voices. Off. Thank you. Assistances. You said you wanted me to do something with turbulence. Turbulence is on low. It's on low, Al. The thing, though, with career mode, I believe it forces turbulence to high in career mode. So, or to realistic. So just keep that in mind. Wrong button. Where's my weather? What is this? Oh, is that the Phenom build a Phenom facility or something? Let's do like good lighting, but you know, bluish hour. What about there? That looks good. GPS wind data lost. All right, figure it out here. It's CDI, course line. That's the runway. Heading bug sync, I do love that. Magic barrel ref. Magic barrel ref is set 3003. We'll set pattern altitude jets 2000. Jets for 2000. Now, how can I load this up quickly? Engines are running, controls are disabled. Really? Can I change that from settings anywhere? Do I have to shut the engines off? I gotta shut the engines off. Really? Allow payload changes during flight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Yay, alright. Let's get a decent load in here. Couple 100 pounds. Just randomly selecting a couple of passengers. Where's our total weight? 13,000. What is max? MTOW is 18. We're not going to be super heavy. We'll just do that. Let's get it up to about 15,000 pounds. So we're 3,000 below max. That should be pretty average load, right? Hell, you can even add a couple more. All right, so load instant. That brings us up to 15.3. I'm good with that. I think that's a good testing weight. All right. Can you get rid of the EFB at all? Like hide it, perhaps? Maybe not. All right, cool. I don't like that profile, so let's change that. Let's go to a different yoke profile. Let's do something. Let's use the CJ4 profile. No, I think that I don't like that. Let me try. What's the verdict? Oh, there we go. I like that. That looks pretty much one-to-one on the profile. I like that. Let's give this a try. Yeah, Alloper. So actually, it's funny you said that. This is actually a longitude profile that I had that I tweaked to make it just generic because I didn't like the longitude cockpit. So this is my generic jet profile. I just wanted something that seemed a little bit more one-to-one to the controls to get a real good feel for the jet. All right, engine takeoff data. We're not going to worry about any of that. Flaps are in position 2. That's fine. Trim. Let's put it right in the middle of the green band. 10 units. And let's just go fly around the pattern here real quick. Brakes released. Let's go. Yoga. Sounds are great. I will say, sounds are great. Ground spoiler fail. That's fine. Rudder seems really kind of wonky. Positive rate, gear up. She seems very powerful. 20 degrees, nose up. It's a beautiful looking jet. 20 degrees, nose up. Now we're starting to stabilize. 1,000 for 2. Let's lower the nose. We should get a... Yep, roll it in. The nose starts to come down. Power's coming back. Looking good. Still sensitive around the middle. Vision Jet, copy paste. Vision Jet is a yoke, or excuse me, is a side stick. Oh yes, it's still very. Well, I mean, it could be tweaked out. I'm not saying it's unbelievable. Seems to trim out nicely. I'm gonna cycle some profiles here. Ooh, you know what? I like this one. This is my Premier profile, my Premier jet from Coronado. So this one I worked a little bit to really kind of balance out the pitch instability, because Coronado aircraft really have a problem with pitch. So this one is very muted in the pitch axis. It seems to be good here. Oh wow. So the trim wheel makes noise. Interesting. Gear down. I'm way out here. It's all right. We'll do a touch and go on this. I almost don't like the synthetic terrain. It's all too blue. But I wanted that flight path. Wanted that flight path vector. That's a question for you Phenomers out there. Can you get the flight path vector on a non-synthetic display PFD? You see what I'm saying? Like, I love having this, but I don't want to have synthetic terrain on when I'm out over the water like this. 185, I think. Oh, it's 180 is the flap speed. Okay, cool. We're learning. We're learning. All right. This profile feels pretty good. How much is VREF on this plane? It's probably going to be around 105 to 115 knots, depending on your weight. All right, let's go ahead and go flaps trace. Oh yeah, this profile feels much better. So what that tells me is if you don't have force feedback, you're going to want to play with your curvature settings, your linearity settings in Microsoft Flight Sim to get the sweet spot. That's what that tells me. But when it's dialed in, this feels pretty good now. I'm enjoying this. Let's go ahead and let's take it down. We were 105 knots when we were basically empty, so let's bring it in. There's a green dot. Let's see if we can, oh shoot, fly the airplane. I'm looking down here. Don't like the trim speed.
100.
All right, 115 knots. Man, when you get slow though, like I'm almost full aft. See, I'm full aft. I'm full aft. I'm full aft again. Full aft. Let's just hold it off. Let's do the float test. No, she didn't float too much. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go for max. I gotta adjust the trim speed. Oh, you know what? The trim isn't registering. That's a problem. The trim on my yoke doesn't appear to be moving the pitch trim here. That is interesting. That'll make a big difference. See that? I got to move with the trim wheel. Okay. Interesting. That's just a binding issue. No, not a broke yoke. That's just a binding issue. Yeah, see, I'm pressing the trim there. You know what? It's moving the yoke, but not the trim. Okay, that is interesting. Vodka, are you still there? When I use the pitch trim on my yoke, it moves the yoke, but not the pitch trim. So then when you actually move the pitch trim, the yoke doesn't move, and the yoke gets way out of position. That's what it is. There's the pusher. See that? That's cool. Okay, so this airplane is going to require a highly detailed trim setup in CLS. All right. It's got a, we're going to have to do a highly detailed trim setup in CLS for this one. Let's make a short approach. If we can. Can we do a spoiler deploy in flight? Let's see. No. Which
Sync
I believe
rate.
is correct.
Sync rate. 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 Sync
Can we
rate.
slip it?
Sync rate.
Can you slip a Phenom?
Pull up.
Yeah, look at that. Chris PT6 was the last time you slipped a Phenom.
Up. Pull up. Pull
Alright, we'll get her
up.
back on the speed here.
200.
That would explain why I'm running out of
100.
yoke position. It does feel good now that I know what's going on with the trim. You see that? Rudders. Is it Sim Update 5? I feel like every airplane I have, rudders are all whacked out now. I feel like I need to redo all my rudders in Sim Update 5. I don't know why. It's like the rudders got super sensitive, Andre, right? I can't be the only one. Maybe I need force feedback rudders. Good thing I'm going to FS Expo. All right, last approach. I'm going to try to make this one as... I'm going to leave the pitch trim there at 8.3. That seemed to be the sweet spot. We'll do a final approach about 115 knots. I think she's dialed in. So I take back my initial theory of saying it was super pitchy. That's really going to be a hardware thing. I do think you're going to have to play with your curves if you have a spring yoke. But now that I know what's going on with the trim and the position of the yoke, I think we'll be... See, I can move the pitch. That feels... I mean, because it's a sensitive jet. It's going to respond, but okay. Yeah, much better. Much, much better than what we experienced taking off out of Oakland. We also left the gear down on that go-around. It's time to go home. I wouldn't say they're rudder issues, Thrustted. It just, I feel like everything got more sensitive in Sim Update 5. I do like biz jets, guys. I do like these biz jets. They're kind of fun. Gosh, I wish it had bigger engines and a thrust reverser system. And Proline 21. Gramps Aviation, you had a reset through Thrustmaster. You know what? I am probably overdue for a recalibration of my wind wing pedals. I don't think I've done a calibration of my wind wing rudders since I've had them in like 5 years. All right, 13 knot crosswind, quarter crosswind. We got to keep it low for the fan club at the beach.
100.
Trying to do a crisp PT6 butter. Ah. Yeah, see how sensitive it is in there? Brakes. All right. Man, overall, I mean, it's a fun jet. I think without question, it's the best jet in career mode. Just to test here real quick. Give me the citation 10. Make sure I got the right one here. Is this the payware one? I always... What the hell's going on? That's not the right one. There we go. That's the one. All right, let's just let me see something real quick. I don't know why we can't have the 10 in career mode, Flight Sim guy. Let me do everything the same. You know what I'm going to do is I have a Citation 10 profile. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to just leave the same profile I just used on the Phenom. So I have a direct comparison just to see. I got to see for my own self here. We got to adjust the time here. Golly, I didn't see. This is my kind of cockpit. I'm biased, but I mean, it was good. How do I hide you? I forget how to hide you. That's good enough. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta switch. What's going on with my throttles? Oh. Let me just see. Thank you, whoever said that. Infuse. Parking brakes on. High performance takeoff. Why is the brake set? Why can't I release the brake? Why can't I release the parking brake? Am I missing something? Why can't we release the parking brake? We got gremlins, chat. We got gremlins. Yeah, look, my brakes are auto setting. Something's going on. Something's going on. Because it's the wrong... Why is this... Why are these all reset now? Why are these all reset? That's not the right profile. All right, we gotta go. We gotta wrap it up here. 6:30. Jeez. brakes release. Let's go. Let me just see. Same profile. Great, now my throttle's on the wrong. That's why I had to move my thrust lever over. Oh. There we go, I got proper thrust letters. Trim is working. So this is the same profile. This isn't my Citation 10 profile, but this is the exact profile I just used on that Phenom. And I can see the trim is working. What is that, a bird? What the hell? What? What is that? Why is Chris outside the cockpit? Chris PT6 is outside the jet. Chat, we got a problem. Look at this paint job. That is sick. Chris PT6 is outside the jet, chat. All right, let's clean this sucker up. That's Barry. Oh, it's too good, man. Too freaking good. All right, slats can come in. I just want to see how... Okay, so there is something to the Phenom trim. It's not standard. Because this is a standard Azobo aircraft here. This is how most aircraft handle, where the trim is connected to the yoke. There is workarounds in CLS. But I could just... I mean, I don't know if you can tell... I mean, it's a different jet, but I love the way this airplane flies. Citation 10 from FlightFX. Let's do one landing for fun. Flaps 5, slats are coming out. Gears coming down. Traffic 10 o'clock. I do love that gear cam they had. I wish this had that. That was pretty cool. Now I understand what action cameras are. I'm curious to see what the engine start action camera is like in the Phenom now. Got to see if it needs trim compensation and hardware trim. Yeah, Vodka. That's going to be something that I'm going to need to deal with on that airplane. We have a nice long final here. Why don't we have the 10 in career mode? That is a good question. It's in a default. They got the Piaggio. I'll overcut that turn. That's all right. We need to slow down here. All right, fully configured, flaps full. Let me just see. I want to see the flare effect. FlightFX is working on it. Should be next major update. Awesome. Let's get up here on profile. Yeah, Igloo food. That's kind of what I was saying. I think Moza, the Moza AB9, and just the Moza software in general has come so far, dude. Setting up a Moza profile for my stick for the airplane I'm going to fly soon on stream, it was so nice. So much easier than messing with Brunner, dude. Brunner is so outdated in terms of the software. It's way more finicky than what Moza's got. Kind of wish I had the Moza yoke. Citation X is special. Citation X is special, Chad. Gosh dang. That thing flies nice. I need to go home. I need to go home, but I just can't. I don't know, man. They're different airplanes. They're gonna fly a little bit different. There's no doubt about it. The 10 is just a butter machine, man. Oh, I think our sim is cooked. Yeah, our sim is cooked. Alright. I got no jets. Barry's got no jet. I don't know what happened here. Verdict on the Phenom. I think it's a very highly detailed and simulated airplane that we are going to fly in career mode. I'm not super into building FBOs and stuff. Why can't I get sail to play? There we go. Well, what the heck? Oh, S is a hotkey. That's interesting. I just discovered something. It's a good bird. I mean, it's a good bird. The Phenom's a good bird. I'm gonna have to dig into the manual a little bit more, take a look at it some more. I'm not sold 100% on the flight model yet. That's mostly due to me needing to dial in my force feedback hardware. So don't take my word for it. Go look elsewhere. Overall, though, from a systems perspective, we did put it through its paces. We did a full flight, multiple configs with the approaches and airways and all that stuff. So super highly detailed in terms of simulation. I like what they did with those action cameras now. It all makes sense because remember I said engine starting is super boring. You just flip a switch. Well, you have an action camera. You just flip the switch. Action camera probably goes to the engine so you can listen to it start up from outside. So I do like that. I like the Phenom. I think it's a good bird. I think it's appropriately priced. It's right around that $40 mark, $35, $40 mark. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for a whole lot of people. Synthetic vision and everything, being able to take that airplane. You get that thing up to 450, you're sipping on gas. It'll definitely have its place for the niche bizjet community. I hope we get to do some more bizjet flying on the channel. Maybe kind of start doing some more bizjet stuff, a little bit more hardcore. Because I really enjoy those light jets, man. They are a lot of fun to fly, especially the first one. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the career mode. We made up a little bit of money. We got $2 million back from our $8 million purchase. We got to do at least 4 more flights so we can pay for that bird. Until the next one, y'all have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Barry says, "So."